Ooh, let the dogs out. Because the first stock we're talking about is CHWY, which might go kablooey in the short term. Since this pet's best friend couldn't keep up bullish momentum in the first half of the month, it could easily start rolling to fill in the recent gap up, provided price trades and preferably closes under 25 within the next 4 days. The $23 range presents an especially strong support range for at least the next 3 weeks, given it's firmly held against the long-term downtrend twice this year, and is the side of the current gap up. So unless there's daily selling volume over 15 million or the broader market dives for a greater than 10% correction, any price drops aren't likely to chew below 23. That being said, the gap could still be filled with normal to below normal volume. In the event price can keep avoiding a fall under 23 towards the second half of the year, it could lead to this becoming a long-term bullish reversal range and confirm the long-term view that CHWY's ongoing adaptations and evolutions are fit for the market of the future. CHWY's expansion into veterinary services is becoming a central driver of its growth, profitability, and competitive positioning. Through CHWY Vet Care, it's building an integrated pet healthcare ecosystem that goes beyond retail by combining services, pharmacy, and clinics to deepen customer relationships. In fiscal 2025, CHWY opened 10 new clinics, reaching 18 total locations across 5 states, with performance exceeding expectations due to strong utilization and high satisfaction among both customers and veterinarians. This early success suggests the model is scalable and aligned with rising demand for convenient, integrated pet care. Vet care is also strengthening customer economics. It serves as both a customer acquisition tool and an engagement engine, driving higher spending and retention. The segment has become the fastest growing contributor to net sales per active customer, highlighting its ability to increase lifetime value. At the same time, its higher margin nature is helping lift overall profitability. CHWY's gross margin rose to 29.4% in the fourth quarter of fiscal 2025, supported by a growing mix of health and wellness offerings, which structurally outperform its core retail business. A major catalyst for future expansion is CHWY's planned acquisition of Modern Animal, a tech-enabled veterinary platform with 29 clinics, virtual care capabilities, and a membership model. This deal will immediately scale CHWY's clinic network from 18 to 47 locations and add over $125 million in annualized revenue. While expected to be EBITDA neutral in 2026, the acquisition is projected to contribute meaningfully to earnings starting in 2027 as clinics mature. Modern Animal also brings strong unit economics, including above-average revenue per location and over 20% EBITDA margins at maturity. The acquisition enhances CHWY's ecosystem by integrating care, commerce, and technology, while creating increased customer engagement, cross-selling, and retention. These benefits could drive a 15 to 20% increase in spending per customer within the veterinary segment. Beyond healthcare, CHWY's use of AI to improve efficiency across customer service, marketing, and operations is resulting in falling service costs, improving self-service capabilities, and enhancing personalization, with expected savings growing significantly through 2027. Now, while CHWY is evolving into a full-service pet healthcare platform, let's take a look at the popular Palantir. It's been red hot, on a steep slide with exceedingly high selling volume that's managed to crash through this year's supporting triple bottom range. When looking at the short to medium term, with the last candle essentially being a long, lower wick dragonfly doji candle that's fully formed under the Bollinger Bands, it's increasingly likely the chart could go more neutral to bearish and possibly even lean towards a little bounce for 140. Yes, the larger context is still quite bearish given the strong selling this year, but without daily selling volume remaining near 100 million, continuing to push lower can take a pause. Next up, NIO, which has had a rebounding 2026 that stocks like CHWY and Palantir are trying to pull off. So if the trend is to remain a friend, price needs to hold over $6 and start heading for 7 towards the next pair of Fibonacci extension lines. NIO's drive higher has been fueled by strong Q4 2025 results, including its first adjusted profit, positive free cash flow, and a solid $6.67 billion cash position, signaling improved financial stability, along with optimistic guidance, with potential delivery growth nearing 100% in Q1 and 40 to 50% for the year, as well as excitement about its ES9 SUV launch. Going back to the bearish side of the stock market, here are the deadening chirps of Duolingo. Since price continues to slide after the gap down, a continuation of the ongoing long-term downtrend becomes more likely if price keeps knocking on that lower 90 boundary and can't start at least a minor attempt for 100 by May. In contrast, over to the inspiring case of Intel, placing a Fibonacci range on this gap-down range shows us that advancing further into the 60s is less likely without daily buying volume close to 150 million due to a streak of steep closes above the Bollinger Bands and contact with the first fib extension level demonstrating short-term bullish exhaustion. That being said, a retreat back into the mid to low 50s would still be an ordinary retracement, given the heavily bullish context.